Fiona. Say hello. Abby, Aditi, how you doing?
The momos are amazing.
Alex, how you going?
Momos are phenomenal.
Nandos?
Try and think of a Momo's pun, but no Momo's is coming to me.
What do we got? Abby, can you tell us about the momos and about their cultural significance and the
This does have an Indian twist to it, this one.
So basically, momos came from Nepal. So Nepal brought some of the momos to like mountain regions of India, and that's where it got popular. You get momos like 3 kind of momos.
And these are the momos right here. They're kind of like dumplings.
Alex, what do you think?
Unbelievable. Fantastic. Harris Park, India, same place.
So mate, it's good to see you face down here. Been gone for a few days.
That's it.
Left for business operations up to us in Sydney. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been hosting a small soiree in the Southern Highlands. Basically saving New Year's, but those damn dirty police tried to wrap it up, but I'm too slick, too quick, and they couldn't shut me down.
Abby, you're about to say what you would do with 40 mil.
I would go on a buyout bull streak in a very small country and own their manufacturing set and own a vertical integration of supply chain by having 1-200 leverage to other people's money in bond trading by making sure that it seems like 1 to 1.3 leverage or something like that.
Very good. Aditi, what about you?
I have a very different answer than that. Abhi knows the answer if he knows me.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
Charity, lots of charity. Human trafficking, she'll stop.
Actually, yeah, I will help prevent human trafficking. That's my.
Okay, we gotta get you talking with Twiggy Forrest then.
Okay.
He's got a charity to stop human trafficking
Okay, I think I need
child labour.
That's my one thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
And we buy iron ore off him too.
Yeah.
And what about you? 40 mil.
I will make several investments in both hard and virtual assets, intangible
What
assets.
type of virtual assets?
Some crypto, arguably some stocks, which are, it is technically a hard asset.
Companies, is that what you're talking about?
No.
My whole goal would be to play with almond type of assets and fuck with their prices and collapse them so I can buy them.
But I won't shit talk my way like Abby does about his 40 mil in plans.
What about you, Fiona? You got any plans for 40 mil?
I'd buy an island probably, just do cool stuff on there.
Like what?
How will that island earn you money in cash flow in the long run?
Dude,
Make a party island.
Yeah. Be a party.
You had your 30 seconds.
Yeah. Be a party. I'd charge people to come. And I'd put like an aquarium on there and some like
just some general girl
tigers.
stuff. Some girl
And
stuff.
then people could come and pay me.
An aquarium.
Yeah.
All right, very nice, Fiona. I'm looking for something a bit more exciting from Andy.
I'd probably I'd buy a piece of land in the middle of nowhere, create a compound for me and my boys, and make it a cult. The cult of DOS, where I get a lot of prepping. Also, I get to, they have to share their wives with me also. That's part of the cult. Or Dossie Manson, that could be me. But yeah, compound cult.
That's a good way to spend 40 mil. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Alex.
40 mil, I reckon there'd be a couple of nice cars, nice house, but I reckon I'd build a school as well, a new school with some proper curriculum where people know maths and the classics and come out, with an actual proper education. That's what I'd be doing.
Alex, what are we doing and what are you doing?
Okay, so these homies here are about to go and have a shisha, right, and apparently do some work. I'm skeptical
Be cultured.
I'm skeptical on the work component, but I'm also not a smoker and I'm not a joker. So I'm going to let these guys, I'm a bit tired, I've had a big day of driving and cleaning, so...
Little Alex had a big day.
Okay, that's good from Andy.
Getting bullied by younger brother.
That's exactly right. He's a big man behind the camera. But I'm looking forward to seeing what is recorded at the Shisha Bar and how much work's actually done, because we're going to get it documented. So.
And if the actual work is done, then Alex gets a boo-boo from the company, saying the only person who is not working at the working hours.
Yeah, okay, fair. Alright, let's go then.
What's going on, fam? Andy and Dougal in here. We just got to Armani restaurant. We're going to have a shisha here after our Indian. I might have just had the most painful 30 minutes of my life driving from that Indian restaurant, trying to find a bathroom. Walking out of that Indian restaurant to my car is difficult. This is like a sob story. Andy and Fiona were following me because they don't know where they're going, and I just made a beeline for the McDonald's bathroom. And I gave it a run for its money, and
Put it through its paces.
and then it's just one cubicle in there, right? Just one cubicle, and so I'm locked in there, and then some guy, and then some guy, and are you paying attention to my story? And then some guy comes in, I can't see him, and he just starts grunting outside my cubicle. He's just doing all this. I'm thinking I'm in a vulnerable position. I'm in a vulnerable position. Anyway, we got here, and Armin's here, Abby and Aditi's around somewhere, so we will check in with you in a second. Hey boys and girls, Dougal here. I'm currently just lying on the couch at my place. It's the day after we went for the Indian dinner and then went to a shisha place afterwards. I was thinking whether I film anything or not today, because today's one of those kind of lazy days, which isn't sexy for a video series on building a business, but I think it was actually still quite important to film. So in terms of what I actually did today, I woke up, I was pretty unproductive. I watched some NBA for probably a couple hours. I woke up around 10:30, and then for the past couple of hours I've been working on a document for Penthouse magazine, which is my employer outside of building these businesses, but also a job that I definitely want to keep. There's a sense in which you build a business, you get to quit your job, and then you're kind of free. But Penthouse is actually kind of my dream job in a lot of ways, where I'm helping them work on a project for something called it's kind of called Penthouse TV, but that name's already taken. We're gonna have to come up with something else. But basically, to build an online platform integrated into the Penthouse kind of business, to be a kind of news, analysis, opinion, lifestyle, cultural, political hub for those people that aren't satisfied by the kind of stringent regulations and internal policies put on them by YouTube, Facebook, blah blah blah. For all those creators and audience who just feel like the window of acceptable speech is not correct on those platforms. So I'm helping them build a new one. And I guess how it relates is, like, I've actually planned to be with Penthouse for quite a long time, because I kind of believe in the brand, and I get a whole lot of freedom from being with the brand. So there's a lot of things that I couldn't do if I wasn't associated with Penthouse, people I wouldn't meet if I wasn't associated with Penthouse. And also my boss has believed in me a lot and mentored me a lot, and we have kind of some big plans together. And so I plan to stick with them for a long time rather than just ditch them once I make some money, because I think it will be its own successful empire, but also a place where I can kind of grow and develop. So what I'm saying to you today is that I haven't been doing much work on the businesses for Korakai Group, on Pacific Trade Partnership or software or Dream or things like that, which I might get done in the next hour or two. But if you can find a job that you really enjoy, like I have, then I think there's a great space for you to stick with that job and build yourself alongside that business in that role. And so today's been kind of a lazy day for me on that business front. What else am I going to do today? The editor in India, Akdas, shout out to you, my man. He's just created, he's going through the video that we're sending him, and then my little sister and I are going through and explaining to him kind of the style in which we want these videos to be produced. And so I've done some of that today, and then I'm going to go on a date tonight. Because I think there's a sense in which you want to still maintain the important parts of your lifestyle while you build the business, right? You can work those 18-hour days some days, and the truth is Abhishek is much better at that than me. But I still have some other things that I want to keep up in my life, like going to the gym and like seeing my friends sometimes, like going on dates sometimes. So that's kind of what I'm up to. I'm going to go get ready in a little bit, try and find some food somewhere to make some dinner. I'm going to see what Alex is doing. I still need to film his meet the team introduction. But that's kind of what I'm up to today. I think this is episode 4 right now. We haven't released a video yet, so that's why I'm getting confused, because I'm assigning the clips. But anyway, next week is when Olsen's, Salt, and the other Australian producers get back to work, so that'll be a busy time for Pacific Trade Takeover. Armin's finished the first draft of the company profile, which is sweet, and I'm working on tenders, software tenders, and COVID-19 vaccination market research. So that's a little update from me. Sorry it took too long, but I want you to see that when you build an empire, there's some days when you're not really on the ball. And that's fine. It's about getting back on the horse, in my opinion, in my experience. So there you go. That's all from me.